Hello everyone, my name is Alexander Briant.
And my name is Nailah Rahim Kurniawan Putra,
Today we're gonna answer some questions.
and have a conversations about some topic that we choose. Alright, for part 1, I'm going to answer question number 2 and question number 6. Firstly, I will be answering question number 2, which is how often do you socialize with fellow students? I socialize very often with fellow students, but let's categorize these fellow students in detail. For fellow students that are my classmates, such as him, I socialize with them often because we see each other almost every day in class, and I would socialize and hang out with them when I'm on campus. But outside of class and campus, I don't socialize with them that often, even through social media like Line or WhatsApp. Why? Because outside of campus, I would try and give my time to socialize and communicate with a fellow student too, but not on the same class nor campus. Rather, she's a student from IPB University, which is my girlfriend. Next, I will be answering question number 6, which is what types of social media are you using and what benefits can you get from it and why? These days, I often only use social media like Line, WhatsApp, and TikTok. First, I will talk about Line and WhatsApp. So, as we all know, Line and WhatsApp is a social media messaging app, but for Line, I mainly use it for college, like a group chat for class and a group chat for group assignments. Whereas WhatsApp, I mainly use it more for my personal life, where the mood ain't set with college, like my family group chat, and I chat with my girlfriend through WhatsApp too. Benefits of both Line and WhatsApp are, of course, I can communicate with my friends and families. For TikTok, I would use it to distract myself with entertaining content that is in there, though sometimes there is some content that is beneficial with my studies and I would watch it too.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about question number 1 and number 5. For number 1 is tell us at least 4 skills that are important for the success of your study and why. First is time management skills. This skill is needed for project preparation and meeting deadlines. Without these skills, it is impossible to organize enough time to study. This is also prevent overworks with tasks and last-minute deadlines. Second is critical thoughts. This is essential for understanding difficult ideas. By developing this, we may critique arguments and better understanding their subjects. Additionally, good communication also essential to express one thought clearly, whether in writing or orally. Students who can communicate their ideas effectively can actively participate in groups discussions, providing engaging and collaborative learning environment. Finally, adaptability is crucial to facing the challenges of every challenges. This ability gives students the mental strength to overcome unforeseen challenges and adapt to new learning environments. Now I'm gonna speak about question number 5. So number 5 is tell us your school year starting from kindergarten to the present time. So when I was 5 years old, it was on 2010. I was play in a big background of playground in the school. Then 4 years later, I taught myself about technologies and learned English in YouTube by myself. Then on junior high school 2017, I promised myself to be smart, enthusiastic, and be ambitious. Then on the second year of my junior high school, I joined student council. Then I keep up on my academic until my senior high school, and then won a lot of achievement like won on first place baseball, and then second place on esport games, and then till now I go to University Multimedia Nusantara. Now, in part 2, I will describe about this picture. In this picture, we can see a person presenting his presentation at the office. This picture was taken on bright sunny day. Even though it was on sunny day, they wear a semi-casual formal clothes using t-shirt and suits. As you can see, the office is very clean. A clean environment is helpful to increase performance as it fosters better health and well-being. Additionally, an organized, pristine workspace can elevate focus and efficiency, allowing individuals to dedicate more energy to their tasks and achieve higher productivity levels. The presenter seems excited to share his idea and gladly answer his co-worker questions. The co-worker also seems to enjoy his presentation.
Okay, for part 2, the photo that I choose to describe is picture number 1. From the first glance, I think most people would presume that the pictures are a group of doctors and that the place would most likely be in the hospital during daytime because of the brightness from the windows, and it's specifically in front of a room in the hospital. Why, you might ask? Let's analyze deeper. There are 6 people in the photo, 1 person wearing a white uniform, 3 people are wearing a blue uniform, and 2 people are wearing a green uniform. The person using a white uniform is most likely a physician doctor because the stethoscope that is wrapped around his neck is what gave it away the most. So the people with the green outfit are probably a surgeon, and the people with the blue outfit are probably a nurse. All 3 professions that we just analyzed and broke down have something in common, which is that they all work in the hospital building. So in summary, the photo is probably taken in the hospital during daytime, and there are 1 physician, 2 surgeons, and 3 nurses. Okay, moving on to part 3 because we picked number 5. We'll be discussing a scenario about how helpful a friend's advice can be in specific situations. I'll start. Alex, do you think a friend's advice is helpful when you have problems finding a job?
It depends. If our friends really understand us, they know about what kind of job I like, it will be very helpful. And then some friends may not be expert in the field, but they can give me insight support, emotional support, and then they can give any like flyers that some job applies.
Okay.
It can increase the opportunity of improvement that I can take a job.
Okay. Yeah, I think I agree with you on that one. A friend's advice might come in handy for sure.
Yeah. Now I wanna ask about you.
Okay.
Do you think a friend advice is helpful when you have a relationship problem?
Okay. For me personally, I don't really like the concept of going to a friend for advice when there's a problem in a relationship, because I think that the couple should just communicate privately, like about their problems with no interference from outside of their relationship, because it can affect their views on something, and they would only side with themselves. So I think they should just communicate with each other without the external of their relationships. Yeah.
I see. Personally, be open and honest communication between partners is foster deeper understanding.
Yes, the key is communication, right?
Yeah, and strengthen the bonding. How about you? Have you ever moved to a new house? Do you think a friend's advice is very helpful when you move to a new house?
For this case, yes, I think it would be super helpful if you ask a friend who has experience moving to a new house, because you would know then from them the process that would occur, the budget that we might need, and so on.
Yeah, I guess budget is very important when you want to move.
Yeah, right. We need the insight of someone that already has the experience, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now that you asked me, I want to ask you again.
Okay.
When you can't manage and have enough time to study, do you think a friend's advice would be helpful?
Yeah, sometimes when I cannot manage my study, friends also give me an advice like, what should I do when I have a lot of homework? I should separate this and this in amount of time, and then can this be done in before the due date, or today can be done. So we have to start little by little, step by step, so you can finish our study to become pile, and become big mountain.
Okay.
Last case, I want to ask you, when you worry about your looks, how helpful would a friend advice will be?
Personally, I think that it is helpful because everyone would love to hear reassurance from other people, especially our friends.
True.
So, with hearing those reassuring words from our friend, it can definitely lift our spirits up and won't worry about our looks too much. So, yeah.
Great. I think we already cover all the topics. Let's move on to the next part. Alright, by the way, before we talk about problems in relationship before, right?
Yeah, we did.
Let's talk about most important things in relationship for you, Ila. What do you think is the most important things in relationship?
Well, for me, I think there are many reasons that make something important in a relationship. But in my opinion, personally, communication is definitely at the top of my list of reasons on what is the most important thing in a relationship. Because without communication, everything would definitely fall apart and problems wouldn't be resolved, and it would only worsen the situation if you don't communicate well with your partner.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. But there's also another factor that makes me think it is more important thing in relationship.
Yeah. What is it?
Trust and support. Without trust, there are always these lingering doubts, and being there for each other through thick and thin. So you can back me up when I'm on a thick and a thin moments. It's comforting to know that no matter what, you have someone who can truly understand you.
Alright. Yeah, I agree with you on that. It's all about both people's efforts to protect the relationship, right?
True.
And while, of course, still being true to ourselves. A relationship should be a place where we can grow together and as an individual too. Another reason that I think is important in a relationship is love language. I think that understanding what our partner's love language is a key for a strong relationship. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I think love language make us understand our partner's needs. Like for me personally, my favorite love language is quality time. I like spending time with my significant other to chat and just have a fun time together. What about you? What's your love language?
My love language is actually, I'm gonna talk about my three favorite love language. In the third place, I like words of affirmation. Because hearing affirming words from the person I love makes me feel at ease. And on the second place, I like physical touch. Engaging in a physical touch with my partner makes me feel calm and it makes me happy. And lastly, my most favorite love language is quality time, like you too, Alex. I love spending time with the person I love, and it makes my life worth living.
I see.
Well, I guess that's all that we can discuss, right?
Yeah. And see you
On the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.